Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is May 30th. We are almost at the end of the May I Scraplift You series. Today I thought I would scrap lift myself. So I have 3 photos of attractions that are in Magic Kingdom, and I'm going to scrap lift myself where I did this grid layout. So let's see what I can do. All right, so I have these quilting quarters right here, and these are some of the ones that I bought from the quilt shop when we had the first Scrapping Reflections retreat. So these are about 5-inch squares. I'm cutting down my photos to 4 inches, and I'm cutting down a white cardstock mat to 4 1/4 inches. Now the white cardstock that I'm using, you guys, it is not expensive cardstock at all. And I don't know why I just said it with such emphasis, but it's not. It's cheap cardstock. They do have cheap, or I can't say they do. I'm not sure. Some Targets have cheap Nina white cardstock, and it's cheap. But it's still Nina, and it's still white, but it's cheap, and it's great. So I love to keep cheap 8.5 by 11 cardstock on hand for photo mats. So I do that with both black and white cardstock. Now I am using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere my fabric down to my paper. What this is going to do is ensure a good bond, because if I was just using a dry tape like an ATG or the Elmer's glue tape runner that I'm using because my ATG ran out and I still haven't filled it back up. And yes, I do have 3 ATGs, and yes, all 3 of them are empty. Which, you know, you would think having multiple ATGs would cause you to fill it up less frequently, which it does, because, you know, most of the time I can just run out, move on to the next one, and don't have to worry about it. But it's when I've got to fill all 3 of them. It's like, are you kidding me right now? And you might be thinking, whoa, Sandy, 3 ATGs? That's a little excessive. And you know what? It might be. I did buy the red ATG way back in the day. We still lived in Maryland, and I want to say, how long ago did I buy that thing? Like 15 years ago or something. And then the pink ones came out, and my husband bought it for me for Christmas. And then one was on a sick clearance deal where it was cheaper to buy the gun and the tape that was inside of it than just buying roll of tape. So, I mean, right? Like, no brainer. So anyway, I am starting to decorate my quarters. So this is definitely a grid layout, you guys. Even though the grid is filling up almost the entire page, it's still a grid layout. The page is drawn into quarters right here. So, I also am actually fully dressed scrapbooking, and I don't mean that I scrapbook in the nude, no. I mean, like, I am fully dressed. I'm wearing the clothes that I wore all day. My jewelry is still on, my watch is still on. I'm still, like, it's not at night before, like after work and before bed, and when I'm kind of like all relaxed and in sweats or jammies or something like that. And it's not first thing in the morning where I'm stumbling out in some pajamas and drinking a cup of coffee. I am like, it's daylight outside and I'm actually dressed. It's crazy. So anyway, I have decided to pull off that airplane sticker and pop it up on some pop foam. And that's going to give me a little bit of lift and excitement on this page. So I've already got varying textures because I have stickers, papers, fabric, and my photos. So I have a bunch of varying textures, and I thought, you know what? I might as well keep on with the texture thing. And I decided to do some messy thread. Now, I have not done messy thread in I don't know how long. I don't even know if it's still a thing. I haven't watched YouTube videos in, I don't know, 2 months now, and that's kind of ridiculous. So usually I catch up on my YouTube while I'm scrapbooking, but I was on vacation for 2 weeks. We went to the Dominican Republic, And before that, it was inventory and just a whole mess of stuff at my work, and I just haven't had the time. So I thought, oh man, vacation, I'm going to catch up on my YouTube. Have I caught up on my YouTube? No, I haven't. Have I read an ungodly amount of books? Yes, I have. So I got to catch up on my YouTube. So I don't know if, and let's not even talk about Instagram. I don't even remember the last time I posted over there. So I don't even know if messy thread is still a thing. I ran my mouth all of that to say I don't know if messy thread is still a thing. So I have banners on each of these now. And now I'm trying to figure out how to make this upper right-hand quadrant fun. Like, it can't be super plain because there's a lot going on in the other quadrants. And not just because of the decoration that I've put on, but there's a photo there and I'm putting a stark white mat over top of this. So I definitely need to fill it up with fun. Now, I almost went for that tag. This poor tag has come out on a couple layouts recently and I just haven't used it. And it sucks because I love the tag, but I just didn't feel like it was the right moment for it. So I'm sitting here, I'm messing around, I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing with my life in this quadrant, and I am off grabbing papers. So I have a couple of 6x6 papers, and I'm going to get a tag from my stash, which is the right size, and then I'm going to put the tag right on top of the paper and trim the tag. I'm not even tracing it with a pencil. I'm just putting it right on top and cutting around it. It's a tag. It's just a couple of straight cuts with my scissors. I don't think I need to trace and cut. So now I have the tag with the black and white dots and also the tag with the castle. So I'm still getting the castle on there. And I wanted to put the castle on there because these are all attractions in the Magic Kingdom. So this is my solo trip during the Food and Wine, or Flower and Garden Festival, I'm sorry. And as you guys know, for my solo trip album, there will be flowers on every single page, even if it's not in Epcot. So there are flowers on the fabric, which works for me. Now, I didn't want to add flowers elsewhere. I wanted to keep it more kind of like hearts and stars type thing. And in my tags, I can't have a naked tag hole, but I already had 2 spots of string on my layout. So I didn't want to tie a cute little bow and throw it on the tag. So I decided to use some brads. I still have a love affair with brads, you guys. I love brads. Whenever brads come out in a collection, especially with Echo Park because they consistently put out brads, I guess Simple Stories does too. I always look to see if they are brads or adhesive brads because I prefer real brads with tines. I don't like adhesive brads. I'm like, these are metal discs. These are not brads. Like, stop calling them adhesive brads because that's not what they are. So anyway, I love a brad. I love a good brad. So I went ahead and put some in the cluster, and now I'm just going ham on some of these embellishments. I'm putting enamel dots. I put these rhinestone sequins. I put these puffy yellow hearts. You name it, I am just going for it. And that is because I just felt like this layout needed it. It needed that extra little bit. It needed that extra sprinkle of magic and fun, especially since I have magic all over this layout. Like, magic is written at least 3 times here. Like, a magical day, magic is in the air, and do you believe in magic? So I felt like I needed to have sprinkly bits because sprinkly bits remind me of magic. Makes sense in my head. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's okay. Disney, magic, need extra sprinkly bits. I wanted to add some gold splatters as well. And I was thinking about that while I was doing the layout, and then I had to figure out what my title was going to be, and I got distracted and forgot the gold splatters. Am I going to go put gold splatters on it later? No, let's be honest, I'm not going to. So anyway, that is me scrap lifting myself. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble, because I do tend to do that. Yeah. Let me know in the comments down below if you like these shorter videos or you kind of miss the longer ones. I'm kind of missing the longer ones myself. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.